I'm T. I'll be a senior this fall, and I double major in financial economics and art studio.
Hey T, tell me about a time when you've had a successful mediation.
Confrontation is the hard thing when you're a CF, definitely because you don't want to be showing that you're a superior to your peers, but you really have to uphold policies. So I guess a successful confrontation I had was, or mediation that I had was that there was this roommate in my section. They don't live well together, and one always has her boyfriend over, and the other one was too scared to talk to her in person about anything. And so I was just giving her tips and ideas to maybe give notes, write her a letter, text her, email her, or any other way that you can talk to the other roommate about a certain situation. And she tried it out, and definitely they eventually came to a face-to-face conversation, and I guess it was successful because it worked for them.
Hi, my name is Nick Gersh. I'm going to be a senior physics major and theater minor here at Gustavus.
Hey Nick,
Hi.
tell me about a time when you dealt with a confrontation where you had to stand up for something that you believed in.
Well, there was one time I was just hanging out with some people I knew on campus, and one of them was talking about driving down to Mankato to go to some of the bars. He was 21, but he was also planning on driving back. So I simply stopped him and told him, like, hey dude, you shouldn't be driving after you go out to the bars, because I knew he planned to be past the point where he should be driving. And so I managed to just stop him, talk him down after a while, and keep him from driving while intoxicated.
What are some strategies you used in that situation to talk him down?
Do not be too aggressive, I think, is the big thing. Just to show that you're on their side, you're just trying to think of them, their best needs, while at the same time just being very reasonable. They're not going to like it if you accuse them or you tell them that they're because something I would never consider doing, and it made me a little bit angry, but you can't express that. You have to calmly tell them, like, hey, I think you might be making a bad decision, and there's multiple other ways that you could handle this that would be happier for everybody.
Thanks Nick.
Hey everybody, hope your training's going well. My name's Jack Healy. I'm going to be a senior this year. I'm double majoring in biology and sociology, and I love Gustavus.
Hey Jack, tell me about a time when you dealt with roommates in which there was a conflict.
Sure, so I had an issue where there was kind of a maldistribution of work in the room. So between my roommates, some people were constantly doing the chores, taking out the trash, cleaning the room, that type of thing. And then there's one person who was never doing that. And it was something that was not a huge issue to me, but for my other roommates it was very frustrating and annoying. And it was kind of one of those things where Minnesota nice turned into Minnesota passive aggressive. So they were totally frustrated for a really long time, didn't want to talk about it, and just let that kind of build up. And then one time we just kind of all sat down and talked about it, and it was totally awkward going into it, but it was a million times better after we talked about it, and then it was perfect for the rest of the year.
What's the best part of after talking about it?
I think there's kind of like a weird moment where it's done and it's kind of like, now what? Like, you don't really know how to end it or how to change a subject, and sometimes you can kind of joke about like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that's over. That was awkward. I mean, you can even say that, like, kind of joke about it, and it kind of eliminates some of the tension, and at the same time kind of sets a precedent where you can talk about things in the future. So there's kind of that funny moment right afterwards. But I think really truly, I mean, the best part is that once everything is kind of said and done, hopefully, because both parties are aware of how the other person or group is feeling, whatever problem or conflict that kind of led to that discussion is going to be resolved in some way.
What were the hardest challenges to overcome in first talking about that situation?
I think the hardest part is like, when's the best time to do it? What's the best setting? How are you, logistically, how is it going to work? I mean, it's all of this build up, and then you finally do it, and it's like, oh, it's like ripping off a Band-Aid. And once you rip it off, that's it.